Hello, Terry here. So today we're going to play a Forsaken Place. It's a... how to explain it? In a simple way? A visual novel with a hot demon guy, yeah, that's it. Developed by Legend X Games, who also developed Battle Royale for Your Heart, which I have already played. It's a nice visual novel, you should check it out too. Enough talk, let's just dive into the game, shall we? The music is epic, by the way. Start. Let's see. Oh. Oh, wait. Someone died? Okay. Oh, okay, demons. Okay, demons. Demons doesn't have human rights, so it's okay. I don't know. Why? Do we start the game with a Geneva Convention violation? Okay, so Ingrid, kill all the demons, take their horn as our trophies, indeed. So I don't think I need to read it again because there's already a voice actor doing it.
What is the meaning of this?
Ah, Asmodeus. I don't know.
No longer will you demons hold us under your hooves. For you, Prince of Demons, will be defeated.
So betrayal thing? I don't know.
Ingrid, you fool! You cannot
Ah, I
fight
see.
us.
So the
You're
demon
mere mortal.
rule the mortal world, and then this wizard, magician, yeah, I don't know, do some spell that seal the demon prince Asmodeus, if that's how it goes, I think.
No.
Ah, enchanter, yeah.
Greatest enchanter ever to live. You shall face my wrath, demon scum.
Oh my god.
Black magic comes with a price, and House Corvus will pay it.
Okay.
We shall see about that.
I absolutely love the voice acting. It's so full of conviction, like, my god. Oh, nice opening.
And so the legend goes. My great ancestor Ingrid Corvus
Ah,
eliminated the evil demon prince once and for all, freeing humanity from the influence of demonkind.
so this is the story of Titania. Interesting.
With her great triumph came remarkable magic, black magic, the ability to breathe life into those who have long passed.
Ooh, so necromancy?
But those secrets died with Ingrid
Okay.
the Great. She held too tightly to her knowledge, letting her hubris get the best of her. Black magic has long since been forgotten, until now. I, Titania Corvus, will be the greatest dark enchantress to walk this planet.
I don't know. Either it's her hubris, either it's your ancestor hubris, or there's something bad by doing with black magic. I don't know. I think this will be a bad idea, Titania. Okay, that's the end of the voice acting, but I love that. Come on, I did exactly what the spell entails. Heart of an animal, human blood, crimson powder, and the incantation. Look at that. Lovely model. Sprite, yeah, lovely sprite. And background, look at that, nice. Oh, the incantation. Let me start over. In dust you were born, in ash now it's dust. Our demon born in dust. Yeah, so I didn't expect this clumsy enchantress. In dust you had entered this world, and in dust you had left. Step forward into the land of the living once more and embrace your new fate. Nothing at all? Leiden, let's try Leiden. El intravit cum hoc mundo non pulvis esset in reliquis step poro and terra viventium olim vatum magis a novas complicti. Yeah, I cannot read Leiden even though I have a lot of priest friend. I stumble backward as the ground beneath me splits into two. Red splinters of light cascade into the room and speckle the dilapidated walls of the church. What? Excuse me, why are you doing black magic stuff in the church? The air grows hot, almost suffocatingly so. I feel a weight heavily upon my chest as if the pressure of the atmosphere is too much. A dust-darted man with dark red skin and piercing yellow eyes pulled himself from a massive crack in the floor. He stomped his hooves under the ground and let out a roaring growl. Ah, the demon prince himself. Oh yeah, I heard. Ah, okay, still not, still not. Let's not be too hyping, okay? Let's wait. This is what I will tell my college in the General Magic Academy if anything had actually happened. Nothing, not so much a single drop breath of noise has. Okay, what? Okay then. Bloody heck, you can be serious, can you? That old wrench sold me pig's blood, didn't she? I don't know, perhaps. I knew 200 gold was too low for a price of a synthetic human blood. I should have asked where she got it from. I guess I have no other choice. Using your own blood. I extend my hand over the hovering basket. It sits atop a small brick pedestal and the altar, a large satanic star on the back wall. Not the most settling place to be right now, but I am trying to summon a demon after all. I suppose a more wholesome place wouldn't suffice. I don't know, have you tried to summon a demon in the middle of a kindergarten? That would be awesome. I use my pocket blade to slash the flesh of my arm and squeeze the blood onto the mixture. This should be enough to perform a revival ritual. I think. Okay. I hope. you just can redo it. I mean, it will be easy, right? El intravit cam hoc mundo non pulvis esset in reliquis stepora indera viventum olim vatum magis ab novas complicti. I speak my incantation once more and wait for a sizzle. A blaze. Anything. Anything at all? Oh. Okay. But nothing happens. Nothing at all. Were my great ancestor notes not in depth enough? Did I miss a step? Did I miss a step? What did I do wrong?
Insolent
What the?
fool. What
Okay
did
then.
you do right?
Your incantation was weak. You used a near petrified animal heart and your own blood. Why? Why would you use your blood? Okay, so the first thing. So, first of all, you succeeded on summoning the demon. Congratulations. Second of all, the demon you just summoned criticized you for the bad summoning ritual that you perform. But yeah, here comes the hot demon guy. Okay. Incompetent mortal, you're supposed to use a dead person's blood when summoning a demon, lest they be bonded to you. I twirl around to face the origin of the voice and see a tall, muscular man with tattoos running across his body. He glares at me, a grimace on his surprisingly handsome face. I expected someone much scarier. Dark red skin, thin lined pupils with fire dancing in them, nails long enough to scratch out, well, anything? Uh, I don't know, I think that's just the normal length. Instead, I'm seeing a man with pale skin and equally normal eyes. They are red in color, yes, but they are not cat-like. And his tails, well, they're not sharp at all. He looked almost like a human that less than thrilled to be in my presence. I brush it off because at this moment, I am aesthetic. Those horns and the one wing. You're the prince of demons. It worked. I don't know. I clap my hands together and try my best not to let out a squeal. I'm an adult, old enough to be the head general magic practitioner at the academy. Yes, I'm an adult. Squeal, which is certainly old enough to be able to contain my excitement. Sure, it's okay, it's okay. There is nothing wrong with adult doing stuff like that. After all, an adult is just a child growing up. But I've done something no other human has ever done. I've used the forgotten art of black magic to summon the man of legends, or demon. The one-winged prince of demons, Asmodeus. His arms are crossed over his chest as he glares down at me. He is towering, at least a foot and a half above me with rigid cheekbones and an unhappy forehead wrinkle to match. Are you done, girl? You failed to listen to a word I say. After hearing your poorly translated incantation and seeing your sloppy technique from my comfy spot in the underworld, I was begging Satan himself that I was not the one you were calling for. But alas, a Corpus girl would not leave me be, would she? Yeah, yes. I mean, hooray! My family had been magically inclined since the birth of our founder, Aurelius Corvus, back in ancient times. Or so the legends go. It wasn't until Ingrid Corvus, my great aunt, that general magic usage was taken to the next level with the forbidden art of black magic. Rumored to be stolen from the demonic beast who had held humans hostage, pulling the strings of society behind the scenes for centuries. How do you know I'm from the Corvus family? Oh, because only one from my lineage will be powerful and cunning enough to pull this off, right? I will see. Is that what you think? Your stench is as awful as that wretched woman is. How disgusting. He scrunched up his nose and shut his eye as if drawing all the strength from the underworld to dispel the stench. Stench of what, though? Defeat, agony, humiliation. If I was in his position, I wouldn't be too happy to meet face to face with a woman whose ancestor had defeated me in battle years ago. But as soon as I get my information about Ingrid's missing notes, the demon prince is free to roam as he sees fit. Another chance at life, at the cost of his knowledge, it seems a fitting trade. My motivations are based on power or knowledge. Power? Tell me everything you know about her. It will help my studies greatly. Do you have selective hearing? Well, yes, I don't wish to listen to any misgivings. You are a demon. Of course you talk down to me and hate the woman who saved humanity. He cuts me off abruptly, waving me off with his left hand. His very human-looking left hand. I rub my eyes to see if I'm missing anything, but the long nails, not claws, that I'm looking for aren't there. Interesting. So the whole time, Asmodeus has been depicted like more inhuman. Let us complete your quest so I can destroy our bond and go back to the depths of hell. Even that will be better than listening to this nonsense you're spewing. So what have you? Why bring me to this forsaken place? Ah, yeah, the title of the game. The man, or demon, looked incredibly upset with me. He's tapping his foot, no hooves in sight like the legend would suggest, on the ground as he watched me with distaste. I don't have a request sure, but no grand adventure. Are you sure about that? Let's hear it then. Why summon me to this regrettable world once more? It better be good to have me bonded to a rotten human girl like yourself.
Ouch. Okay. That one stung a little.
Yeah, it stung. I'm not all bad. In fact, I'm going to just let you go once you answer my questions about Ingrid and her missing notes. Think of it as my payment to you. He takes a menacing step forward, placing a forceful hand on my shoulder. The man squeezed down hard enough for me to let out a shrill cry.
Are you saying you're letting me, the Demon Prince, go?
Yes?
How kind of you.
Yeah? I do? Well, yes, I wanted to see if I had learned enough to actually revive a demon, and Ingrid notes only talk about how to bring you back up specifically. So I figured I might as well take the opportunity to learn more about her notes and black magic. Then you can go. It's not that bad of a deal, right? Not that bad of a deal. It is a horrendous offering. Wouldn't you much rather use me for your bidding to take down a rival or steal enough money to make you the wealthiest in all the land? You are a demon, not a genie. The only desire I have is to learn more powerful magic. Right now I'm stuck teaching rudimentary fire and ice spell to teenagers. Ingrid studied so much, and yet her power died with her. Ah, that. I see the corner of his lips upturned into a smile so small I almost don't recognize it at first. but after blinking, it's definitely still there. Okay, what is it then? Good. Black magic should never be used by a human. You all simply abuse it and then use us demon as your despicable scapegoats. I have never met a demon who has done worse deeds than your false idol Ingrid. Ah, I see how it is then. So, Ingrid is just using the demon story to make her more famous and famous. The Corvus family are a loathsome bunch, and I have no desire to hand back to you the power that destroyed my people. What do you mean by that? Hand back the power that destroyed his people? I opened my mouth to ask more, but Asmodeus has walked away from me. With his back turned, I can see a long gash sheared into his sparkling skin where his other wing would have once been. I am captivated for a moment, not only by Asmodeus, but by myself as well. I'm in awe that I was able to revive the Demon Prince. Had Ingrid notes not been so detailed, I wouldn't have been able to find this place, let alone gather the correct ingredients or memorize the proper incantation. Yet with so much care put into the other entries, I find it hard to believe there is no more information in existence. Perhaps not in the family vault, but I am to believe that Ingrid was not able to do more with her black magic. Is this the peak of her studies? Find a suitable quest and I will assist in accomplishing it. Mortal. He hasn't turned around to look at me as he says this. Instead, he's walking around the temple analyzing the stained glass image. There are some of him up there, no doubt. I'm not sure who had built this temple, though whoever did had a great respect for demonkind, enough to worship them even. My only desire is to learn black magic and more about my ancestor. I've said this and I am unwavering on it.
Then it seems we're at a crossroads.
Indeed. We are. He finally turns to look at me but doesn't move to get any closer. I suppose the only option is to wait until you die so that I might be released. That will take a long time, I don't know, from the bond you so foolishly created. But even then I am to be stuck here in this wretched world. I wish to be brought back to the underworld. He dropped his voice and let his last word hang in the air before shaking his head. His hair hits his cheek and I can see a peak of tattoos across his forehead. You made a deal with the devil, as you humans would say, to give part of your soul for my passage here. See what blindly following some human journal gets you. Yeah? You won't be rid of me until I complete your quest, and I have no moral obligation to you any longer. That doesn't sound too appealing, and I'm left wondering what it could mean that I offered part of my soul to get him here. What does a bond entail? We demons are respectful of all life, even life that has harmed us. Funny enough, yes. You paint us as soul-sucking monster, and yet we offer you kindness even when we are brought up to the surface to do your bidding. As a token of our respect, once our job is completed, we are taken back down to the underworld, and the part of your soul that is being held down there is relinquished back to you. A simple transaction, payment as you said before. Okay then. So it is imperative that we complete the quest, otherwise I cannot return to my home, or stray too far from you. Ideal for some, yet I will refuse to cooperate with you if you keep me in limbo. I mean, it's not like you're cooperating now, right? Just help me and you can go back home. That easy. I will do not such thing. Find an alternate quest. I didn't wish to be freed from your bone, only to live a mundane mortal life like yourself. It seems like he's saying that the spell I used to bring him here bonded us together. Interesting. He needs to complete my quest and fulfill his obligation to me in order to sever this bond and return home. Otherwise, he'll be stuck here until I die, and when that happens, he'll become immortal and not be able to return. I mean, is it such a bad thing, or... Let's see. Why is that? That you can return home if you don't fulfill my request? Honor, yet I disagree with my demon kin on that one. I walked a thin line with my maker, and so I shan't risk any more. If you will find no other quest, I will assign you one. Oh, okay. Forge the dagger of banishment and you can use it to sentence me back to the underworld forever. Why would I do that? I wouldn't learn anything from that. You'll learn nothing either way. You have brought me to this world without my consent and you demand knowledge from me that I have expressed disdain for. Wow, I didn't expect. Okay, apparently there's demons right. You humans are foul, wicked creatures, and I will not bestow any knowledge unto you. I will die on this hill even as a mortal. Then die in this cathedral, your selfish G. I won't hear any more of your nonsense, and without so much as a shred of proof that we are bonded.
Mm.
You are a demon, and it's common knowledge not to trust one. Angrily, I take a step backwards. How dare he demand things from me without so much as a simple please or thank you, without any manners at all, in fact. Have you tried to look on a mirror or, kinda like someone, like someone? Suit yourself, go run off to your little human life. I shall remain here. Asmodeus shoots me off and heads back to his earlier task to examining cathedral architecture. His own frustration at my demand are written plainly across his face as his body remains rigid. Okay, choice. No use agitating him anymore. He can rot for all I care. He wants me to leave, so I will. You know what? There's no use to agitating him. I turn around and make my way towards the door of the cathedral. I don't wish to linger here anymore with this hot-headed demon. I will return home for the time being and think on what to do. When I step outside, the cold wind caresses my face. I shut my eyes and let my thought wander. I brought the Prince of Demon to our world from the underworld. I really can't believe it. Who knew magic could be capable of something so wonderful? Ingrid Corvus did, yet my family has chosen to hide her journal from not only me but the world. Why? There are so many amazing things aside from simple elemental spells that mage will be able to master. Imagine a world where I won't have to hold inside my office grading alchemy assignments. A huge opportunity is sitting in that cathedral. A demon who can not only change my life but the life of humanity. There must be a way to convince him to teach me the knowledge I seek. If not giving me of knowledge of magic, then at least telling me more about Ingrid so I can follow in her footsteps. I don't think you want to follow her footsteps after seeing some description. So I suppose it was foolish to think a demon would help a human like myself. I walked down the path I had taken to get here, a hidden cathedral in the middle of the forest, whereabouts written so descriptively in my ancestor journal. I had to be very I have to be sorry. I'd have to be very distracted to miss it. Rummaging in my knapsack for it, I find the journal with ease. Its leather binding is falling apart, but the pages are still intact. Well, most of them. Flipping to the last page, I reread it over, trying to find out if I miss anything in the spell or if there's any incantation of a bond forming with the one you revive. Hmm. The top of the page has Asmodeus scrawled across and underlined. Below, there is the word revival followed by the incantation. Then it lists the ingredients I had searched for: an animal heart, human blood, and crimson powder. Turning it over, there's nothing more. I can be sure what Ingrid intentions were with this revival spell any more than I can be sure of Asmodeus' words. I have to trust one or the other. Let's see. Do you really want to trust your ancestors? Uh, Asmodeus on this one? He seems very much against the idea of being here. If he meant to deceive, would he just not sweet talk me into doing his bidding? Instead, he's irritable and angry at me. It seems there is some information he holds close to himself that he refused to share. Yeah? Besides, I can help but wonder why Ingrid's journal was kept a secret from me. Perhaps it has been rotting away in the family vault for a good reason. I don't know, we'll just see. I close the book and gingerly tie it back up so not to lose any pages in case the shoddy binding comes undone in my bag. Then I begin my journey home. Or try to. As I walk forward, my body collides into an invincible barrier I cannot seem to pass. Ah, yes, the contract. You two cannot be get further from each other. A barrier spell? Is it the works of the demon? And it's the work of the contract. Yes, it must be. There was nothing preventing me from traveling before. Asmodeus must be desperate for my help. I should go back and give him a piece of my mind. Sure, sure. Good idea. The walk back is short given the fact that I wasn't be able to get very far thanks to the barrier. When I enter the cathedral again, I see Asmodeus standing atop the altar, flipping through a book with a look of utter disgust on his face. I watch as he flips a page and then slams it shut with a grunt. You're back fast, human. Aha, you know what's up, didn't you? He finally looks up at me, the look of disgust replaced with amusement. You are not able to get far, I presume.
I have a name. It's Titania.
Okay,
Use it.
Titania. Okay, Titania. First of all, I have a name. It's Titania. Use it. Second of all, that's no thank to you. Why cast me out if you were only going to use a bearer spell to keep me trapped? Well, about that, it's not him who does that. Asmodeus takes a step forward and leans against the table that sits atop the altar. It's not doing of my own. I wouldn't keep you here against your will, as you humans seem so intent on doing to demonkind. It is actually your fault. As I said earlier, we are bonded and as such cannot be apart. I only wish for you to see it yourself. You mean to tell me if I want to go anywhere, you'll need to come with me? Yeah. Yes. And the only way to make it stop is to complete a quest or get this dagger you mentioned earlier. Okay, I'm listening. Ah, now you choose to listen when it benefits you? Charming. No, that is not the only case. There's another reason I would consider searching for the dagger that will send him home. Ah, you can gather more information. You know, the longer things go. Yeah, I need to gain his trust to get my way. Interesting indeed. So, explaining that to him wouldn't do much to make the situation better, so I stay quiet as he continues on. The dagger of banishment is exactly as it sounds. You use it to banish me to the underworld, but it's a powerful weapon. You cannot simply stumble upon it. It is hidden somewhere deep in the arcane forest. I don't know, should I trust you? Such a weapon could also turn to me then, to us. But, well, we'll see about that later, because I have to end the video right here. It's been around 30 minutes. And I have, well, limited time to do stuff. So, that's all for Forsaken Place. See you later then in the next part of this game. Bye bye.